Procrastination, the age-old adversary of productivity and progress. We all know its grip, that nagging feeling of avoidance, the seductive allure of doing it later. But what is it about this seemingly universal human tendency that keeps us chained to inaction? Why do we, despite our best intentions, often find ourselves deferring tasks, delaying dreams, and ultimately diminishing our own potential? The truth is, procrastination is more than just laziness or poor time management. It's a complex psychological phenomenon with roots in fear, perfectionism, and a lack of clarity. In this video, we're going to embark on a journey to understand and ultimately conquer procrastination. Together, we will equip ourselves with 7 powerful techniques, each a weapon forged in the fires of self-improvement, to combat procrastination and reclaim dominion over our time, our goals, and ultimately, our lives. Now, you might think procrastination is simply a matter of laziness, but it's far more insidious than that. It's a multifaceted beast, often disguised as something else entirely. You see, procrastination often stems from fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of the unknown. This fear, it paralyzes us, keeps us from taking that first step, from putting ourselves out there. We tell ourselves, I'll do it later when I'm more prepared, but that's just the fear talking. Then there's the tyranny of perfectionism. This relentless pursuit of the unattainable becomes a barrier to action. We're so afraid of making a mistake, of not living up to our own impossible standards, that we end up doing nothing at all. The irony is, in our pursuit of perfection, we achieve only paralysis. And let's not forget the lack of motivation. When we lack a clear vision, a compelling why, our actions become adrift. Without a sense of purpose, the tasks before us seem meaningless, burdens rather than opportunities. We become lost in a sea of apathy, directionless and uninspired. One of the most effective strategies for overcoming procrastination is to break down large, daunting tasks into smaller, more manageable steps. Imagine you're facing a colossal project, a behemoth of a task that seems almost insurmountable. The sheer magnitude of it can trigger a wave of overwhelm, feeding the procrastination monster. But what if you were to dissect this behemoth, to break it down into its constituent parts? Each piece, viewed individually, suddenly seems less daunting, more approachable. This is the power of segmentation, of transforming a monolithic obstacle into a series of stepping stones. By dividing a large task into smaller, more manageable steps, you not only reduce the initial psychological barrier to entry, but you also create a sense of momentum. Each completed step serves as a small victory, fueling your motivation and propelling you forward. This process transforms the insurmountable into the achievable, the overwhelming into the manageable. Now, let's talk about goals. Not just any goals, but SMART goals. SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Now, this might seem like just another acronym, but it's a framework for success. You see, when you set a goal, it's not enough to simply say, I want to be more productive. That's like setting sail without a destination. You're just drifting. A SMART goal is like a beacon, a guiding light that cuts through the fog of ambiguity. It's specific, so you know exactly what you're aiming for. It's measurable, so you can track your progress and see how far you've come. It's achievable, so you're not setting yourself up for failure. It's relevant to your values and aspirations, so you're not wasting time on things that don't truly matter. And it's time-bound, so you have a deadline, a sense of urgency that propels you forward. It's not a wishy-washy hope, but a concrete plan, a roadmap to success. And when you start achieving those SMART goals, you build momentum, you gain confidence, and the procrastination monster starts to shrink. Time. It's the one resource we all have in equal measure, yet it often feels like the most elusive. We talk about not having enough time, but the truth is, we often don't manage it effectively. We let it slip through our fingers, frittering it away on distractions and unproductive pursuits. But what if we could tame time, harness its power, and make it our ally in the battle against procrastination? That's where time blocking comes in. Time blocking is the art of consciously allocating specific blocks of time to specific tasks. The premise is straightforward. Work in focused intervals, typically 25 minutes in length, separated by short breaks. These intervals, known as Pomodoros, break down work into manageable chunks, while the interspersed breaks provide opportunities for rest and rejuvenation. This rhythm of focused work and brief respite helps maintain concentration, prevents mental fatigue, and ultimately boosts productivity. Now, let's talk about accountability. You see, we humans are social creatures. We crave connection, belonging, and the support of others. And this social nature can be harnessed as a powerful tool in our fight against procrastination. By creating systems of accountability, we tap into our intrinsic need for connection and leverage it to bolster our commitment to action. Think of it this way. When you commit to something publicly, when you share your goals with others, you create a sense of obligation, a social contract that makes it harder to back down. This isn't about shame or pressure, but about leveraging the power of social support to strengthen your resolve. Accountability systems can take many forms: joining a group with a shared goal, finding an accountability partner, or even simply declaring your intentions to friends and family. The key is to create a structure where your progress is witnessed, your efforts are acknowledged, and your commitment is reinforced by others. Perfectionism. It's a seductive trap, a siren song that lures us toward an unattainable ideal. We strive for flawlessness, for a standard that exists only in our minds. But in this relentless pursuit of perfection, we often find ourselves paralyzed, unable to act, frozen by the fear of not measuring up. It's a standard that binds us, limits us, and ultimately prevents us from achieving our true potential. The key to overcoming perfectionism is to embrace imperfection, to accept that mistakes are not failures, but rather opportunities for learning and growth. Think of it this way. A potter doesn't achieve mastery by refusing to mold the clay for fear of imperfection. No, they learn through trial and error, through experimentation and refinement. Each misshapen pot, each flawed creation is not a setback, but a stepping stone on the path to mastery. Now, let's talk about mindset. You see, the way we view ourselves, our abilities, and the world around us has a profound impact on our actions. If we believe our intelligence, our talents, our capacity for growth are fixed, then we are more likely to shy away from challenges, to avoid situations where we might fail. This is what's known as a fixed mindset. But there's another way, a more empowering perspective, the growth mindset. This mindset embraces the idea that our abilities are not set in stone, but are malleable, capable of expanding with effort and experience. This belief, this fundamental understanding of our own capacity for growth, fosters resilience, encourages risk-taking, and fuels continuous improvement. It's about embracing the journey, not just the destination, and recognizing that the process of learning, of stretching our abilities, is just as valuable as the outcome. We've explored 7 powerful techniques to combat procrastination, each a key to unlocking your potential. Remember, the battle against procrastination is not a one-time conquest, but an ongoing campaign. It requires vigilance, self-awareness, and a commitment to continuous improvement. But with these methods, you are well equipped to face this challenge. to break free from the shackles of procrastination, and to step into the realm of action, of achievement, of a life lived on your own terms. If you found these strategies helpful and you're ready to take your productivity to the next level, subscribe to my channel for more insights, tips, and techniques to help you master your time, achieve your goals, and live a life of purpose and fulfillment.